Hello everyone, welcome back. Just for transparency's sake, I switched mics, so hopefully this one's actually doing a lot better. It sounded a lot better from what I could tell. I'll explain the mic situation some other time. It's not important to do and to explain right now, but I switched mics, so hopefully this one sounds better than what I was using before. In comparison to the game and everything. Hopefully that works out. So anyway, this is the final trial, supposedly. Although, if it's anything like Danganronpa 1, this won't be the final trial. This is the 5th trial, at least. But I heavily suspect that we're gonna have another trial at some point after this, if it's like the first game. So the victim this time, in case you weren't paying attention, is the psychopath. Fucking Nagito. You know what? I don't care. I don't care that he died. I kept saying over and over again I wanted him to die. Like Nagito was so much of a psychopath. That's just what I kept calling him. So much of a psychopath. So much for like borderline suicidal in a way too. The guy was just strange. Just very strange. Enemy's influence. Bill increases influence gauge. Oh, well, yeah. I'll click that on. I don't have any other ones, really, that I can use. But at least my my capacity is increased to 55. That's good. So, yeah. We're just about ready. We're about ready to get going. Agito, as it says for some reason, not Nagito. I still don't understand how they could overlook that. Nagito was brutally murdered. His unpredictable death has left a looming shadow of mystery in the hearts of Hajime and the others. Who was the traitor? What was the clue Nagito left? Will they be able to see the light within the darkness between hope and despair? Let's find out. All rise.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person...
Huh, that's funny. Gundam's cross... Well, the X that they use is an actual X, not just a, like, crossed out. It's interesting.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Right, Monami. Now she's just mad dogging Monokuma a lot now for some reason. She's figured something out about Monokuma. But of course, she's not saying what that thing is.
Oh my! Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
Want to say something there, Monami? Usami?
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
And I get that what that reference is, but I kind of feel that's something that's kind of lost in translation. It's kind of a legend in Japan that a rabbit goddess or of some sort lives on the moon or in the moon because at a certain angle, at least in Japan. I don't know if this is the same thing across the entire planet, and maybe just Japan was the one that pointed this out. But you can see kind of a rabbit-like shape on the moon. Something like that. It's part of folklore in Japan. What the hell? She didn't even say anything this time. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna take that.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one?
Oh, whoops.
This will be my final blow! It's useless.
She's just staying quiet.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake.
Nagito claims he knows who the traitor is and rigged that, well, that not bomb to only deactivate when the traitor scans their e-handbook. And that was true. Maybe it is true. Maybe the traitor actually did kill Nagito. Yeah, so if it is true that Nagito knew who the traitor was, we know that it's not Chiaki, sixth best girl.
Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Why do you say that?
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Is here, right? Are they the same person? Or let's find out. Make your argument.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? No. Were the wounds in Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect.
What was Monokuma's account again? Like, what exactly did he actually say? Monokuma knew all along that the bombs are fake. However, he apparently never revealed that back to anyone. Okay. Doesn't that just look great? Finally seeing that goddamn psychopath dead. I said before, like, I don't have a face cam, so you couldn't see, but like, when I saw Nagito's body being revealed, I just slowly, I just smiled, because he was finally dealt with. It's good to see him gone. This definitely means something here. Let's see, the blood on... Did I look here? Sorry, I had to yawn for a second. Yeah, the way the blood on his left hand is what's the word I'm looking for? Shaped, I guess you could say. And the spear of Gungnir. I think they pointed it out, didn't it? Isn't it part of the... No, it's not. Okay, well, it's pointed out that there was one section of the spear that didn't have blood on it. Like, right there, that gap in between the two sections of blood. So it makes me think that Nagito was probably holding on to the cable at some point. Because the palm of his hand has no blood. And there's that palm of his hand has no blood, and only his fingertips have blood on them. The back of his hand, I mean. And there's that one section that doesn't have blood on it. That's what I'm thinking.
Is whoever found the bomb first?
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
Torture
I'm
lines.
telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Ah, damn. What? No matter how you look at it, Nagito was obviously tortured, right? That's not torture, then what is it? There's no other possibility.
Crap!
Trying to think
The
here.
killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
No.
So, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
I'm gonna end up using every single truth bullet on every single thing again. Oh boy.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
A life-size... Ah, damn. Get my damn lip. A life-size Monokuma plushie that was found on the floor near the fire's origin point. There's a huge bloody hole in its stomach as if it was stabbed. Yeah, but why? A lot of tipped-over Monokuma panels were scattered around the goods warehouse. In one area, the panels seemed to be laying on top of each other in a straight, orderly line. Oil lighter...
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
This is getting difficult.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Ah, of course not.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's wrong.
He's what I was thinking. The duct tape was definitely to shut him up for the torture, wasn't
But
it?
Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Yeah. What are you prepared for exactly, guys?
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
It's always a trap.
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid. Oh boy, let's see what this is about now.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
That makes no sense.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
No, that's not it. Hajime, you idiot. What are you even saying? You're trying to rebut me with... Rebut me with that?
Crap!
I'm able to cut through Kazuchi's rebuttal with this. Think it over one more time.
Pay attention. This is how at first, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Yeah, but why though?
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
That's not true. They taped Nagito's mouth after getting information from him. True, that sounds reasonable. That clearly contradicts the truth. If you listened to me until the very end, I wouldn't have to go through the trouble of repeating
Pay
myself.
attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then,
Allow me to cut
Oh,
through those
whoa.
words.
Well then. That was the one I was aiming for, but I got it.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
Right, because there's blood. They know that there was no blood under the tape. So clearly his mouth was taped up before blood got everywhere.
what did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
Maybe. Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking. If they wanted to torture him, they wanted to make sure no one could come and save him.
Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
What do you mean by that?
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Doesn't everyone here?
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
You can't think of any other reason.
Yeah.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah, and right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Now that I think about it, maybe the killer planned that. They wanted the backdraft from a bunch of air coming in to get the fire spreading.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
The reason for the fire, huh? You're right. We need to clear that up first.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Right.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Well, how
Based on the shape of that oil lighter,
could they?
it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter.
That's what I'm thinking. Something like that. Some kind of setup was used to start that fire. So what could it be?
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime
Now
scene,
I know
right?
what it was.
The killer
The
used some
Monokuma
kind of
panels.
setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
When Akane kicked the door down,
Some
that's
kind
what
of setup?
that pushed them over and caused them to hit the lighter.
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand
Come on, get
upright
them.
while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Not sound
Or
waves.
perhaps opening the door caused
I agree with that.
Consent.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
just as I thought. It was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
Not exactly.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing.
Crafty bastard.
There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
The music, maybe? Because they want another thing to hide the domino effect. This, maybe?
I see!
Yeah, that's right. That's the only thing I could think of and why
You're
that music
talking
would be
about
playing.
the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
God, that is scary. The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were so used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. As if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, Akane couldn't open it at first. But I'm thinking, isn't that only because the Monokuma panels were up against the door? So maybe that was blocking it? So the killer probably planned it to force the door to be kicked open so to make sure that the panels got hit and cause a domino effect. It's fine. I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it! It's a trap! Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Best Skull ignored their protest, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Well, yeah, isn't that because the panel is blocking it?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying now. So, whoever set that up, how did they get back out? If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse, I see. The problem Shaki is talking about is the killer couldn't have left.
I see!
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be open, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Ugh.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Oh boy. You figured it out already? I'm thinking Monami. Or maybe Monokuma himself. Or did the psychopath actually commit suicide somehow? Huh?
You don't mean...
Who? Oh boy. I don't like this. But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
No, I'm getting nervous. The person who set the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that. Holy fuck, you serious? Oh, good. Then the other person I was thinking of. I put odds on. The only person who could have done it was Fuyuhiko then. Right? Fuyuhiko. Chiaki. Wait, someone living? Because the only person I didn't pick was Chiaki, but
This is my answer.
Nagito himself.
What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
So he did commit suicide.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
He was incredibly
His body was
suicidal.
covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
Oh yeah, I did forget about that. Thanks for putting that up for you, Hiko.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Right. Unless he convinced Monami to do it or something.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Tying up his own legs, not impossible, I'd say, but tying up both of his arms would be. Like he said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Eh?
Or if you use your front tail?
Yo, what?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
I don't think so. I think she's being serious. If our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct, Nagito should have tied himself up too. That's okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your
Damn.
teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
I don't think so.
To actually tie up, that's obvious.
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with. It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
No, come on, that's not it. Is there a way to tie your arms and legs by yourself? If so, I'd like you to explain it to me. Try demonstrating it right now, you dumbass.
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Where's the first one?
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Proof that the burnt rope on Nagito's arm is a trap. His right sleeve.
I see.
Only the rope was burnt, but his actual
Take a
clothing
close
wasn't.
look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt out, the sleeve wasn't burned at all. Don't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Do it, Hajime. Go for it.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
I love both of them. You know, Sonya. I think Sonya might be my new third favorite. I still really like Ibuki a lot too, but no, Sonya's got she just. I don't know. Let's keep going. I'll figure it out later.
That's definitely wrong.
It depends what country you're from and how you want to view it.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
Yep. Alright,
That's not
fine.
what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
True.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
He didn't give it to you to begin with. Not only did you try to charge me, I should want some money back.
Hold on. There should be a way.
Yeah, I've got a few. Well, I got Lincolns on me. I mean, you can take those, can't you?
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
I would have stabbed yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. I mean, if you had the knife standing upwards somehow and then just slammed his hand onto it, that's one thing you could have done, but... It's okay. There's definitely an answer for this.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow
That's what I'm thinking.
and slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
Good question.
If he just propped the knife, he could have
Blood and
used his
garter.
bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
If the psychopath could only use his right hand to stab himself in the palm, then how did he do it?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into
Voice
the
is
air
cracking.
and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe
Wait a
he
minute.
propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand down on it?
The Monokuma plushie? Monokuma
Propped it onto
plushie?
what?
If he just propped the knife,
Maybe.
he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if
Whoops.
his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Bring back that Benjamin. I didn't give it to you to begin with. God. I'll give you two if you just, you know.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he
Whoops.
stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
That's not realistic.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
There we go.
I agree with that.
Because the Monokuma plushie was stabbed and had blood all over it too.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
If only.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right?
My guess is because of that cord on the end of it, he probably wrapped it around the girder up top, and then somehow got it to slip and fall spear first onto him.
If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito.
Right?
If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
Possible-ish, depending on how long he could last, but I think my theory is right. That would probably explain the blood on the... That's exactly what it was. Now I'm seeing what it is. The blood formation on his left hand and the missing... the gap there in the blood in the cord. And there's also the blood on the girder up top, too, that Chiaki pointed out. The psychopath definitely wrapped the cable around the girder up top, and then positioned himself under the spear, and somehow or other he got it to fall and hit him in his stomach.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Akane? Oh, you know what? I regret saying what I just said. Kazuichi, be quiet.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
He's a high school kid. Yeah, so my mind's been corrupted a long time ago.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Don't make her say it again.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
You can look back at the cutscenes later on, man.
Hey, bastards, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth! It's against the rules to interfere with everyone!
Is it?
If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own!
Do tell. Oh, really? That actually got him to shut up.
Monami sassing me!
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
No, of course it doesn't.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
You want to believe in everyone, but at the same time, I mean, the killing school life happened. The killing school trip has gotten up to this point. I mean, it's difficult to trust people.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
I don't think... I've said it before, Nagito was definitely suicidal. Like, there was something definitely wrong with his mind. I don't know what happened to him in his past to make him become that way, especially considering that he's the ultimate lucky student. But something definitely happened to him in his past that made him like this.
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together.
Yeah, just like I said, he wrapped the cable around the girder up above the ceiling.
That's how. We made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
And let it fall on himself. She's right. We've made it through several ordeals up to now by doing that. Then, even now...
All right, let's do this.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito,
Damn it.
his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you talking about?
The blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Jesus! If Nagito, you know, I'm starting to, just the things that Akane says, like, makes me question her entire background. Like, I don't know. At the same, like, she speaks suggestively of herself and her childhood and everything, but then other times she says crazy stuff like that, and it makes me think that she's even more naive than I thought she was. Anyway, if Nagito committed suicide, then he must have used that spear to stab himself. Even if his arms and legs were tied up, there's no doubt he used some part of his body. I don't think he could have used his. It was his left hand.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear
Give it
stabbed
to Lord Kazuichi
Nagito,
Soda. Oh, God.
his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, it doesn't.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
He was holding the cable to the spear. What was Nagito's left hand doing when the blood splattered? Gripping.
I see! When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
No. Yeah, you know, I never know. Maybe. One last time.
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right. That's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think?
She doesn't know.
Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
She might be wrong for this.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think.
You have to stop saying I think and maybe, because it just makes, like... It just makes you unbelievable whenever you do have something to say.
However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Which section of the spear was he holding onto? The cord.
I see! That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding onto the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Yeah, that's what I said before.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
No, I'm pretty sure he... With his cord. No, he didn't swing the spear around. He just somehow hung it on top of the girder before letting it drop. He held onto the cord and then let it go, causing the spear to drop.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki?
Why is music fading out?
I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this. How about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time. What does that mean?
You know what it means.
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up, and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So it's just before that. That's it. Could it be? The state of the spear, the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. When I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. The girder. The spear was where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Logic dive, good. I don't feel like doing the improved Gangman's Gambit. Let's go. Whoa, son of a bitch. No! Ugh. Oh, come on. Ugh, come on. Question 1. Was the spear just before I put Nagito? above Nagito. Who's above him? No, good. I was thinking that better be the right answer, because that's totally where it was. What the hell is that? Goes on going away. Ah, fuck. Alright, maybe I should stop going so fast. Ah, trickery. Question 2. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? A ceiling girder, yeah. That's what I keep saying over and over again. It was the damn girder. Shaka even pointed out there was blood on the girder in a straight line, which came from the spear cord. Ah, come on. Whoa. What the? Question 3. What item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? The spear's core, the rope, and the spear and the ceiling girder? Top 10. The spear's cord. Anyway.
It's all coming together. The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
Not exactly.
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
Yes, red streak. That's what it was.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
You alright there for you, Hiko?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide?
Well, good riddance.
Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Yeah, he's a psychopath.
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
I really don't know. But at the same time, I keep saying he's a psychopath and he was always suicidal. So really, I really don't care as long as he's dead.
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. So, was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. It's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
No, yeah, that's your Nagito. That's not my Nagito. Jeez. I'm starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I've forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
I don't know. He said he knew who the traitor was and was just trying to expose that traitor to everyone else, but I don't know.
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
Possibly.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other. And tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
So maybe he actually didn't know who the traitor was, and this is all just talk from him. And I believe it. When he and Monokuma spoke secretly that one time, he did ask Monokuma who the traitor was, but Monokuma refused to tell him.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so he'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Well, speak up now, because we don't want to make any mistakes here. Why? I mean, I still don't understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is? Or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You're right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Oh boy. What's about to happen? Like, don't tell me that they're gonna be wrong about this.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh?
Both Hajime and Best Girl all seem to think something's off here. Like, don't tell me they're gonna vote suicide and then it's gonna turn out that they're wrong about this. No, boy. Let's see.
That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right?
Again, Monokuma never said that. This is the last class trial, but he never said you could leave. Or maybe Nagito found out for sure what's going to happen after the last class trial and decided to hell with it and killed himself. And maybe he was trying to save everyone in his own twisted way by killing everyone. I don't know, just his way of bringing hope to people or whatever. I don't know. The guy's a psychopath. I don't know what the hell he's thinking.
It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Yeah, Nagito's dead.
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Oh boy.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
Possibly.
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But
You think he was coerced into doing it? Like he killed himself, but someone made him do it?
I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death. And it's something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here, I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death. Besides he can mess with. I remember, like, this is what came to me. This piece of blue paint. Found Nagito's cards around his bed. It's found a piece of mask and gloves. Mommy's notebook? Would it be? I don't know.
crap!
No, this isn't it. Check is worried about something else. Was it the poison?
Crap!
Ugh. Oh, come on with this. Monomi's notebook?
Crap!
Oh, one more chance. What was it then? The gas mask and gloves? I guess? I don't know.
Crap!
Ah, damn it. And there we go. Yes, we
We'll never
tried.
give up!
What's gonna be? The Hope's Peak book?
Crap!
Then what is it? That he couldn't mess with. Torture wounds, burned rope, survival knife, blood in the left hand, duct tape, spear, pushing, blood in the girder. The MP3 play. Tell me, I don't know what it is.
Crap!
Ugh.
Crap!
I picked all of these. That wasn't it. Something related to Nagito's death. A piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with.
Crap!
Alright, so we're doing this. We're just picking every single one. Oh, the actual Monokuma file.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Wait, what about it? The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. It's estimated time of death believed to be in shop. Notice there's space time to time of the ultimate sample fundamental locations. Okay. Well, what about that?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The victim is Nagito Komaeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stab in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there was a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is... What is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? God damn it. Motherfucker, I don't want that. Ugh. Nope. Cause of death? Oh, great. Motherfucker! Ugh. I hate this poop hangman's gambit. Cause of death. I really fucking hate this goddamn Hangman's Gambit. I need a fucking A here. Jesus. Oh, there goes that H that was over there.
I got it!
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Oh, that's right. Oh. It just says that he has a bunch of injuries, but it doesn't say actually what killed him. Not only is there a spear stab in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Unless Nagito took some of that poison that he had, and that killed him.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
Yeah.
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
Monami, you don't contribute anything to begin with.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Nikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place!
Right.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide.
So I was right. Someone made him do it.
Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote?
Here's the thing. If I am right and that someone made him commit suicide, that doesn't really count as suicide, though, does it? Like, I think by Monokuma's definition, whoever made him commit suicide would be considered the actual killer, even if he did it by his own hand. But at the same time, Hajime is insisting that Nagito did kill himself to get back at everyone. But he's saying that's not all there is to it, though.
I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Aww,
Monami, please be quiet.
splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Ah, think about it. Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then, the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. I figured intermission time.
No, no!
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monami and I are the bestest of best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough. Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides, the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit. How sad. Just trusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know. We aren't even friends in the first place. Then as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother. It's sad to live life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Ouch, what? So the Kirk Hammond show? Well, there may be some demands for that. Oh, well then. There are plenty of yaoi fangirls out there even to this day. I fell for it. I totally took the man bait. Oh, jeez. Well, we know a little bit more about Monami then, don't we? Resume.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
I'm sorry, I took a drink break for a second while Monami was ranting about something. I don't know.
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Where is this coming from exactly, though? Like Hajime and Akane had just these bad feelings about something, and now all of a sudden we're jumping on that. I mean, you know, yeah, I agree. Make sure we got this is thorough. Make sure we have all the evidence together and everything. But like, just a while ago, we were all so sure that it was a suicide, and now, I don't know.
Other possibilities.
I still say maybe the poison, but that's as far as I'm willing to go with that.
If something other than a spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
I don't think. I think the only clue we haven't really used is the poison. Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
A fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. I mean, so give us somewhere to start then. Piece of blue paper, there we go.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
Possible.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something that can't be seen, maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold. Or liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
The real cause of Nagito's death is something I overlooked.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something that can't
Damn.
be seen, maybe he choked himself with this or liquefied his gut.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
Let us consider a
It's not the knife in his... It's not the other wound.
With all those wounds, maybe he simply...
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
I agree with that. That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
It is true that poison is not something you can see, but why do made you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember. When I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
You would know, wouldn't you, for Yuhiko?
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
Ultimate Yakuza, remember?
But, even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
Oh, for a second. Left was kind. Okay, never mind. I was thinking like maybe he had put some poison into this, like a cup of some sort, and then drank from it. I don't know.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
Not exactly.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
Stop saying maybe. The way the poison entered Nagito's body, the answer was written on the warning label? I should think carefully and try to remember it. Logic dive again? Here we go. You can tell from the music. So if I get this right. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, slow down. Let's slow down a bit. And speed up again. Oh, slow down. Son of a bitch. Oh, I have that much health left? It didn't recover? That's bullshit. What state was the poison in after Nagito? After Nagito? It has to be liquid, right? Or could it have been gas? Yeah, I was right. Whoa, shit. Damn. No. 2 hit points left. Oh, come on. Whoop. No. Careful. Only have a minute left. Come on. How did the poison enter Nagito's body? Through his nose, through his mouth, through his... Probably through his nose, I'm thinking. If it was a gas. Fuck. Only 30 seconds left. That's not fair. Is that it? Oh, Christ. Good.
It's all coming together. What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
He probably used the fire to actually help turn it into a gas.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
The backdraft, I'm guessing. Or maybe the sprinkler. It wasn't really poison gas. I'm sure the sprinkler needs to be too. The sprinklers?
I see!
Yeah.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
Yeah, water can, or liquid can douse gases.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
I guess not.
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis!
Does a poison like that actually exist? Hope not.
The chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what?
Right.
In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but
But what?
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. What other mystery is there? In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. True. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nagito's motive. Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? Ah, man. No, that can't be.
There might have been an accomplice.
See, the issue is that like whenever games or whatever bring something up like this, then it usually means there is an accomplice. You know, but again, it's what are you basing this on? That's my question. What are you basing this on? This on? Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I had that same thought, honestly.
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
If Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, then the thing that would have been left behind is, yeah, the container. The meat on the bone. Go fuck yourself.
I see! Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it was noted that the container in his cottage was half empty already.
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it was written on the warning label.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container, away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Accidentally?
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I don't think... I don't remember exactly. If there was an accomplice, can the accomplice also be executed as well? Punished as well? I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get anyone hurt anymore. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired. Tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. Unless I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But...
It's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the type of thing he used as a container was... Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna start over again. I don't know what it is. Wait. The fire grenade. Oh. So he secretly stored some of the fire grenades. Clever. Ah, motherfucker. I need an A here. Son of a bitch. I hate this fucking dead man. Hangman's Gambit. Come on. Yes, we try.
We'll never give up.
This is fucking impossible to do. Like, there's a trophy for getting through an entire class trial without taking any damage. How the hell do you do that? Fire grenades. Fire grenades. No, come on. What? Ah. Damn R here, thank you. Fire grenade? Oh, it's a damn E? Is that what it is? Ah, I thought I could spell. Need an E here. Thank you.
I see. I got it.
Huh?
The fire grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
I forget who mentioned it, but someone said that last time they were there, they saw fire extinguishers there, but couldn't explain why they were missing, and they only had the fire grenades to use. So clearly Nagito got rid of the fire extinguishers to make them use the fire grenades, so they could get the poison out there.
Bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Only because there were no fire extinguishers.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
Okay, that's what it was. The blue seal. That blue aluminum paper we found in his room. So Nagito took the fire grenade with him back to his cottage, emptied it out, and then put the poison in that, and then brought it back to the break room. Because like, because as the label says, you have to keep it in someplace cool. So he couldn't walk around the island with the actual bottle with him. Otherwise, probably could heat it up too much.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
If
Yep.
so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
Sonia's words contain a clue that the contents of the fire grenade was swapped with the poison. Yep.
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
It is now, at least.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
Unless Kazuichi was his accomplice or something, I do kind of agree. Like, regardless of how he did it, he still did it. We just keep confirming that he did it over and over again.
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
Oh my god, that's just as bad as fucking Yasuhiro in the first game. He tried to claim that Kyoko was a ghost, and we had to convince him that she wasn't. Also, Chiaki, what are you doing? Are you actually trying to get everyone to pick the wrong person or something like that? Are you trying to kill everyone else? Are you the traitor?
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What now, Yasuhiro Hagakure?
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
Another thing I can think of is back to what I said before, that maybe someone made Nagito kill himself. Like, he killed himself, yes, but someone made him do it. That's one thing I can think of right now.
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide. No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison?
When you threw the grenade canisters.
When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were bought and the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same? Could that same moment be when the fire started?
Crap!
That's not it. Ugh.
I see!
Yeah, you threw them. Yes, that's what I was saying.
Saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Whoa, no. Now I see. Fuck. Now I see what it is. That motherfucker. He said, yes. Everyone here killed Nagito. That's what the setup was. It wasn't a suicide. It was, but it wasn't suicide. Nagito set it up so that everyone here killed him. They all threw poison at him, and that's when he breathed in to kill him. Fuck, he set it up. That motherfucker. There's a reason. Oh my, that son of a bitch. Holy fuck. If they picked Nagito, if they actually picked Nagito, vote for Nagito as the one who his suicide, and Monokuma turns around and says, actually, you guys, what really happened was you all killed him. Oh, fuck. I hate Nagito so much. That was his plan. To kill everyone here. Like, his plan was to kill everyone here. But to get them to... yeah, like I said, he tricked everyone into killing him. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
The only way out of this is like if they can prove that only one of the canisters had poison in it. And they can figure out who actually threw the actual poison canister.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
Well, all of you.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Not on purpose, though.
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
I would still say that was suicide, though, if I'm being honest.
You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
You all grabbed all the canisters and just threw them blindly. Can you even actually tell who did it?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
It was Nagito himself. That was the setup, wasn't it? Huh? The person who put the fire grenade was... It was Nagito himself.
See,
Yeah.
it was
Stupid
Nagito,
question.
obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it was a plant.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
Technically, it was Akane, but the fire it wasn't what killed him. One of us.
Crap!
God damn it. Technically, Nagito.
See, that was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
To get you guys to... Alright. Everyone's commit suicide. Attention. to make someone throw the poison.
I see! Don't tell me.
Yeah, we just discussed this.
He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
Yeah, we just discussed
He
this.
set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
Can anyone actually tell who threw it? That's what I'm saying. Like, they all grabbed random bottles in a hurry and threw them blindly into the fire.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Well, so now what then? Unless Monokuma's camera can actually tell for sure who threw the poison.
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
So now what? I mean, technically speaking, they always have to vote for someone, but they can't tell for sure who did it. And I still say this is technically suicide.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry! Please vote me as the killer!
That's not the fucking issue here!
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
Does he?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras.
It was too dark to figure it out, though, wasn't it?
Monokuma doesn't know. His trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Come on now.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you be so shy? I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
I still say Nagito.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Stop saying that.
Really? Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
I guess. That's right. It doesn't mean the trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then, I have to do it. Even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
Finish the thought. Fucking not. Fuck this. Come in. I'm streaming right now, but what's up? I'll get to that later. This will take a while. I can come back and get you. This might take a while, honestly. Well, all right. That was my brother. We'll talk about something. What was inside Nagito's refrigerator? Let's see. Right before switching the poison. Let's place it in the break room. Wait. Right before switching the poison. Wait, wouldn't this be it? There we go. I still say it counts as suicide. His whole body wasn't tied up. Let's be on the Monokuma panel. There we go. Okay, then it's this one. Oops, I let go of the cord. Slammed his hand down. No, that's not it. Okay. Hold on. Okay, then he let go. Let's see. What else do we have? Not this one. You see, this is already up here. There's always the easy red herrings to get rid of. To figure out. But no. I want to hurt himself. Somebody wasn't tied up. Oh wait, hold up. In order to hurt himself. No, this isn't it. What the warehouse was. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there it is. That's much faster. Let me think. No, I don't think so. No, wait, wouldn't this? Wait. Yeah, there we go. So no one could hear him screaming. What was inside Nagito's refrigerator? This one's at the break room. I'll tie the bundle to my right hand. It's not a bomb, it's fireworks. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. There we go. Oh, damn. How do you support the spear? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. That's refrigerator? Yeah. Let's see. The spear's dangling. Okay, so it's definitely this one. Last stock. Wait a minute. Like all of them have the killer work on them. Funny thing to do.
There we go. That happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up, he also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect.
Just for the record, it was a kick that Akane did, not a simple punch.
The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap. In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity.
I'm guessing the one in the big one in the back is probably Akane, and the one in front right there is probably Fuyuhiko. Oh. I was right by one of them.
This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Hold on for a second, everyone. Alright, never mind.
Chiaki?
Still can't figure it out?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say you just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Huh?
He said this to us earlier.
It's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
What Nagito believed in? His talent, right?
I see!
He did, I think he did mention his
Nagito
talent.
believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
After all the time we spent together, I believe in you guys. And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So, it's definitely gonna be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
Yes, most of us.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette. Russian roulette? It's a game where you load one bullet in a gun, spin the cylinder, point it toward your head, point it toward you, and pull the trigger. So, you really did it. Ah, so that's how you're supposed to play it. So it would have been fine if I'd only used one bullet, huh? I guess it was just as Monami said. Huh? I misunderstood and thought that I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, so that's how I did it. That... You only had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving! But I'm still alive. After all, the only good thing about me is how lucky I am. And he did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the school. He, depending on his luck, was able to get cleaning duty as just as he wanted. That's right. I trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty. You just relied on your luck? It's not just luck. It's my talent. It's true my talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know. Huh? I'm left with the red mark? For someone who called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now. At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought... It was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
Huh?
He factored in his belief in us. But for some reason, he didn't factor in his own luck.
Didn't he though? He said he was relying on his own luck, his own ultimate luck.
No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
Probably Hajime.
A target? Who?
That's just a great angle right there.
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student and incorporated that luck into his plan.
Didn't you just say he didn't factor in his own luck?
As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
Honestly, it probably has to be Hajime, considering he doesn't think much of Hajime anymore. Now that he knows that he's actually from the Reserve Corps. No, I don't even have to ask. I should already know what the answer is. The traitor?
I see! That's it? The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message.
It won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then, it's just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. How could you believe in anything he says, though, the way he acts? And he always seems bewildered that people don't trust him. The reason this took so damn long was really because we didn't believe in him.
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Monami, do you know anything?
Monami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
I believe you. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to do about that now. He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. Isn't way too unbelievable to have actually happened, but...
The only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
I doubt it. So what are you saying, Chiaki? Are you the traitor?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it. Because they weren't created to do that.
So it is Chiaki.
Chiaki?
There was always something suspicious about her. I felt. Like, she was kind of like the new Kyoka for this game, though always one kind of helping Hajime.
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself.
Alright, so that confirms that Chiaki's the traitor.
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime?
I think it's you.
Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Are you gonna tell me that you're actually the ultimate traitor rather than the ultimate gamer?
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor?
Do I have to actually pick?
Hajime, please.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please! Hold on!
I said before that because her e-handbook didn't actually work on the scanner, that she wasn't a traitor. But then later on, it was revealed that Nagito was actually bluffing about him knowing who the traitor was, hoping that his plan would actually make them come forth. But I wonder if Chiaki herself actually knew that he was bluffing, or she wanted to see what would happen if she was actually revealed to be the traitor.
Aw, you totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
But let me guess. You've gone native. Everyone here is my friend. I couldn't possibly betray you now, right? Damn it. Why? This is... I mean, this nonsense is... Why? Why does this make sense? Because she's been far too prominent in the game.
Hey, Chiaki. Are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked!
I don't think we were.
After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Okay, they start talking, Monami. Fuck, you've been nothing but unhelpful this entire time. I stuck up for you at first, but you've done nothing but be unhelpful this entire game.
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
You tell her, Fuyuhiko. I mean, you tell her, Ken Ichijoji.
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Jeez.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
I mean, yeah, you're the one who kept stalling us from voting that Nagito's death was a suicide. If we picked wrong, then everyone else would die. Huh?
Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can.
How am I gonna prove that you're the traitor, though? I have no evidence to go on.
It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
I mean, Monami seems to think that she's the traitor.
She's not disguised at all.
Yeah, that's the point, though. That's what he's saying. If what this is of Chiaki was a disguise and she just like pulled it off and like, haha, this is what I really look like, then they could go. They could get behind that. But the way this is all unfolding is making it difficult for them to believe.
'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
All right, then Monami, then you need to explain who is then. Explain something. Explain yourself then.
Monami?
Is Monami the traitor?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
Yeah, that's terrible.
I've always been alone. I have no friends anywhere.
Well, be helpful for fucking once, then.
That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Damn it.
Chiaki isn't my friend.
Okay, well that still means you're working together, though, right? Your co-workers don't have to be your friends.
I hate Chiaki so much.
Okay. That still doesn't mean you're not working together. I mean, that still doesn't mean you aren't working together. That still doesn't mean that she isn't the traitor. Monami and Chiaki's relationship. Proving it here. Is that the only way? How? Here we go.
Hajime, you stupid face.
Stupid face.
Let's all get along. I won't let you.
Fuck.
Let's all get along. First open and mix. I can't lose. Hajime, you stupid face. I won't let you.
What the fuck?
First open and mix. I'll lower your grade. Disappear.
What? What grade?
Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I'll lower your grade.
Negative.
Hajime, you stupid face. Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
Monami's notebook.
This is the end!
Got it right.
When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook.
Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and showed up when things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya was the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. Huh? Oh.
Is this Wanabe's diary?
I forgot they speak during this point. Not me.
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
How's that?
You know?
It took me this long. I finally understand.
Wait a minute. Is Chiaki the one controlling Monami? No. The truth is, I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just, I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. But now, I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
With Chiaki?
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The topic we discussed in that entry. Motherfucker, I don't remember. I don't remember what was in the damn diary. Hold on for a second. Okay, it's fine. I don't remember every last little thing in the damn diary. Academy? A future goal? Final dead room? Ah, great.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him, and the one who stopped him was Chiaki. I remember that. She caught him trying to go into the final dead room, and she's the one who stopped him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room. But the only one who knew that.
If I win the life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to that octagon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit is. I can get out. With this, I can finally get out. You can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for. And you would know that for a fact, wouldn't you?
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her?
Traitor stuff. That's how it works.
Was that all a lie too?
Half and half.
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
It's possible. I mean, she did say that she couldn't do anything more besides being a traitor. Either Monokuma or Monami.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
Yeah, pointed this out. It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. And so, with an annoyed expression on her face, Jackie walked over to the bombs without saying a word. Took her handbag out of her pocket. Huh? Without hesitating, swiped the card reader. Bzzz. Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the trader's handbook.
Was she calling his bluff?
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew?
Yeah.
That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not.
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe, but...
But then nobody will be saved.
Are we still doing this? Jesus, this is taking a long time.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
She called his bluff.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not! The only person who knew it was a fake was... me, when I tried to detonate it!
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
But if Chiaki knew everything on this island already because she's the traitor, she would already know from the start that it's a fake. I don't want to believe it, but I have to move forward. I have to move forward toward the path she's showing us.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not! The only person who knew it was a fake was...
I guess it's this one.
me, when I tried to detonate it!
Damn it! I'm not mistaken at all. You were the one who was wrong.
Damn it! Chiaki is not the traitor!
It's a blue paper.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
Someone's account. Someone secretly used one of the Boston military base at an ancient ruin. The ancient was found for people of the time.
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
Right.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was...
This could be it.
me, when I tried to detonate it!
There we
That's
go.
not it.
Yeah, yeah, like I said, Monami saw her do it.
That's not it. Sonya shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake.
So if I'm right, and that... Okay, maybe Chiaki's not actually controlling Monami, but they are in communication with each other, so Monami would have told Chiaki that the bomb was fake. And that's how she knew to just go and swipe her e-handbook on the scanner.
Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I did not want to hear that!
Ah, Jesus.
Enough already. Please do not say another word.
It's interesting how they're all bending over backwards to defend Chiaki, even though she keeps confessing, saying that she's a traitor, and keeps showing evidence that she's a traitor. I don't know. Are these just really good friends, or are the developers just trying to extend the gameplay time?
I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake
Right.
does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
Yes, but as you just said, Monami is the one who told her it was fake. Alright. Let's see what we
Even if
get.
she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Yes, but what the hell? Sonya's panicking pretty... Sonya, she's panicking pretty badly. I won't have enough words if I can counter her right away. It might be best to wait for Sonya's
Even if
words.
she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a
Vance.
fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma.
Of course
Monokuma
he knew.
said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki.
Wait, no, damn.
That if so, you could not declare that. Monami and Chiaki were working together.
Ah, damn.
Damn it!
Damn it, I was overcome. She's gonna go back into the original topic.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Damn.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Ah, damn.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island.
Nah, damn, that's not it. Monokuma already said he knows everything about this island.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb
Oh shit,
was
shouldn't have done
fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island.
that. Ah, fuck. Okay.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier. He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
There we go.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Yeah, why would he? Then, where did Nagato obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. If I'm going to give you guys a hint, give you a guy. If I'm gonna give you a guy's hint, oh my god, how do you not proofread this? If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs, they're all fakes. I know that already. You should have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just not telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
Kind of.
That's not it.
Ish. Well, yeah, that's not
It's
it.
just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you, that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
I was just about to say that too, actually, because she admitted that she was the traitor, and she led you all to that conclusion anyway.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Oh, hush.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
God damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
And that's it. 23 points. How dare you? It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness. Loneliness. Sadness. Most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. Weakness for what? But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking and believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead.
Even so.
Why did my meter increase if this is the end? Guilty? Because I guess we really can't... Not much of a choice. Because we can't actually figure out who actually threw the actual poison bottle. Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the results. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito Komareda's killer is, for all intents and purposes, Chiaki Nanami, 6th best girl.
Damn it!
Are you serious? That was correct? The fact that Chiaki was a traitor? The fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck? Everything was true?
Damn it.
Plus, that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Stupid. We're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it. Even though I do not want to believe it. There was no choice but to believe it, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said it sooner. But I couldn't say it no matter what.
'Cause...
I can't betray the Future Foundation. Okay, real quick though, can you tell me the password to get into those ruins? Can't betray?
Well...
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. Fuck, he's right. You're right. Oh, well.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
Well...
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not gonna answer, right? Like, if we ask why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry.
Of course.
That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed, and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Oh, now you want to question this again? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange?
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? If Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though the psychopath said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor. Huh? That's true, he didn't say that, did he?
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations! You successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor. And kill everyone else besides the traitor. That was his plan?
Huh?
Kill everyone else besides the traitor?
Are you serious?
That was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why would you do something like that? Of all the... To form a plan that only the traitor would survive? Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay. Okay, what?
Well...
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chucky.
You really are a kind-hearted person. Huh? You think so? Jeez, I wonder where you got your personality from.
Perhaps.
Maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think? What do you mean by that?
Hey, come on now.
Hey, don't go talking about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off Teru Teru.
I can't lose.
Then I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else, even if I know it's a fight I cannot win. I must retaliate.
Huh?
Retaliate?
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
Okay. Oh, whoa. Wait. She's self-destructed?
What'd you say?
What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, like, died.
No.
I'm not dead. Well, I don't know about this game, but like in the first one, there were multiple Monokuma bodies all over the place to make it easy for him to teleport himself all around. So, maybe the same here. Yep. Whoa! A new one fucking came out! Man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't lose.
Not yet. I'm not done yet. So is this a double 2? Or is this the same one?
That's...
Hey, wait.
If I don't
Let's do it
beat
again.
you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Well, Yamcha crater aside.
Hey,
Not yet. Seriously, stop it. You're gonna stop it right now. It's all going to be destroyed.
I won't forgive you.
Of course. I'm doing this so you'll all be destroyed. I'll be the one to protect my students. Oh, finally doing something.
I won't let you.
I'll protect them with my life. Monami, you...
Hey,
Now then, how many of you still there? You might as well come out all at once.
Ooh, how exciting!
How many? Not that much. Just around 10 to the 60th power. What is 10 to the 60th power? Let's find out. 10 to the 60th. I'm trying to find it right now. Sexagesimo. Gesimo. Ah, boy. So Novemdecillion? Is that how much there is? Yeah, Novemdecillion. Which is, I have no idea how many that is. 1, 10, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, billion, trillion, quadrillion, quintillion, sextillion, septillion, octillion, nonillion, decillion, which that's 10 now. Undecillion, which is 11. Duodecillion, 12. Tridecillion, 13. Quadridecillion, 14. Okay, so... Oh, man, that's a lot. Quindecillion, 15. Sexdecillion, 16. Septendecillion, 17. Octodecillion, 18. Novemdecillion... Okay, so Novemdecillion is 19. Ugh. Okay, well... Anyway... Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. What did you say?
What?
1 million. 1, 10. Oh, she's doing it herself now. 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead, 10 to the 52nd, to the 50, 10 to the 56th, and then 10 to the 60th. That's 10 to the 60th power.
Hey!
After all this, you're still joking around? You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Too bad.
Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? Yeah. While you're doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly created. In the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong!
What? Those are just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing. Monami, finish him off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. What did you say? There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic. Magic, huh? He laughed.
Could it be?
Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey!
Hold on. If you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic in a technological sense, we don't understand this at all.
Hey!
What's going on? Don't tell me. They're not gonna call this magic or something. Well, I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong. There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement?
Oh boy.
What's this?
And how many Monamis ought to challenge my army of 10 to the power of 60? Yeah. You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I am the conqueror of the new world.
I can't lose!
I won't give up. Even if I have no chance of winning,
It's okay, Monami. Well,
It's not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them. But
Right?
Damn it.
what the hell is going on? I do not know for certain, but the only thing I can say is
Please listen.
Monokuma is an enemy at the Future Foundation.
Like,
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation? The Ultimate Despair, right?
this is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations. Okay, that's it. Let's just leave that talk for later. Because the punishment time's gonna start. Yeah, hold on. Just a little more. Just a little more time. To wait or not to wait? That is the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. If you think about it, you'd know, right? There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't...
I'm sorry.
Hajime, regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that,
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Chiaki Nanami, 6th best girl, and the ultimate gamer.
Special bleeding service.
Ah, for Monami too.
Huh?
Why even Monami? Because she attacked him, right? It's just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that will defy me anymore.
Uh-huh.
Ah, also, I remember now.
sorry.
I'm an only child.
That is...
What is that? It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'd just be a burden anyway. And not just that. I've decided to believe in everyone.
You guys, I'm sorry about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye, everyone.
Jeez.
It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
We always still have that Mon Ami mode I have to go through.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
The very last punishment time. What's about to happen? Chiaki has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. What? You too, Monami. Yeah, I was about to say, what about Monami? How's this gonna end up being? Monami's freaked the hell out, and Chiaki just seems to be accepting. And all the yeah, I was wondering about the other Monami copies too. Space Invaders? Yep. Ultimate game with Chiaki Nanami's execution. Jeez. Yeah. Ah, man. Yeah, I figured it was Tetris. Isn't... Oh. Motherfucker. The long piece. Oh! Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask, before I could say what I needed to say, Chiaki vanished before my eyes. And I couldn't even tell her thank you. If I had said that, would she have been comforted a little? As she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt.
I don't believe it!
Good gracious, that was such a big surprise. As for Chiaki, she regularly took on the role of point man during the class trials, as did Nagito too.
What?
And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too.
Phew.
Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Huh?
Wait, does that mean... Now that the annoying rabbit is gone as well, all the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone. Stuck on the island. So, we all leaving?
Hey!
Are you serious? We can really leave this island?
I shall now present.
Really? Yup. Congratulations. With this, I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who survived up until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. But let me guess, because of what World Ender did, the entire planet is desolate now, right? So it doesn't really matter. Thank you all for your hard work. Are you really okay with that? What do you mean? There are still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you'd be setting things up so another killing happens right away. You're right. Stop it. What are you saying? What if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind? Oh, he's Mr. Monokuma now? Also, you said you 5, like you were emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end even all... That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though there are still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
It matters that there are 5 people left? You planning to make a volleyball team?
Stupid fool!
You did 6 people for volleyball. I thought you were told to turn them off. Don't stay quiet. Say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and an enemy of the Future Foundation. So what's your true identity? Is it Junko again? Did she somehow survive?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created. Huh?
no.
Well, you just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all of your questions answered in one go. And then you guys will find out for yourselves just how messed up this new world is.
Hey.
Huh? A new world? Don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you. Ha 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 ha. Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness was simply ignored. The laughter just kept going. Forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being, and fell asleep. Oh, daytime. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why. I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen. And burrowed deep into my sheets as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then, the sun finally set. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything anyway? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's so much we don't know. And our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our back on all that? And not just that. If we're really leaving, then where are we going? Hold on for a second. No, not that. Well, that's that, but... Just 5, yeah. That's what it says. Yeah, man. Where are we going? To Hope's Peak Academy? I mean, if that is it on that ruin, right? You know, that ruin is Hope's Peak Academy. I don't know. That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. Eight hours left. Or technically 9 hours left altogether. I feel like I had a fun dream. Somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right. It's the last day. According to Monokuma. Suddenly, my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. I feel like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, best girl, fifth best girl, maybe third best girl at this point. Like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything. Like everything in this world was nothing but lies. Do those TVs work? I rushed out of the cottage. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate. Whoa. This happened in the beginning of the game too, I remember. Okay. Does this have to do something with like what happened at the end of the first chapter? Because Hajime did say that he thought someone was watching him at the very end of the first chapter. When I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
Whoa. What is going on here? Ah, Hajime, good timing. Good timing? What do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagato's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus. What about it?
Well?
Apparently there's more to that message inside that laptop. Huh?
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Maybe Nagato planned to leave this as a will. Nagato's will? Where is it right now? We're just planning on meeting at the restaurant. We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it. The restaurant. What the hell is going on here? Okay, I have no idea what's going on. Ultimate imposter. Yep. That's what he is. I'm gonna call him Tony Frenches. Until he gives me an actual name, I'm calling him Tony Frenches. Tony Frenches, the ultimate imposter. I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, you know what? This is going on long enough. I'll take it. I'm gonna call it quits here right now. And yeah, it is just getting weird. I have an idea about what's going on, but I don't know for certain. This has gone on for long enough, so I'll pick this up again some other time. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll talk to you guys later.